I don't know what's happening.
All right, you can say the bit. Say the bit.
Hi, I'm Lukey, and I'm a Streamaholic.
It's me, Shippy, and I'm a Streamaholic, and we're back, and welcome to Streamaholics.
Yay!
I think that worked. Yo, we are back. Hello, everybody, and holy shit, look who it is. Hello
I'm
there.
back. G'day, how you going, Chippy?
Yeah, going well. There seems to be a little bit of a delay. I don't know why between your words and the words that come up on the screen. But yeah, I don't know why at all at this point. But how is everybody doing? Welcome in. Welcome in.
Hello, everybody. That's just a little ventriloquist trick that I'm doing with my mouth. That's my new gig. It's my new gimmick.
Learning to throw your voice. That's fantastic. Yeah, okay, I'll try to I will. I'll do that right now. I will quickly do a quick refresh on that one there. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's go there. Bangarang. And then, yeah, hopefully that fixes it. Hopefully it does. But my goodness, it is very good to see you back in here. It's very good to have you back amongst the world of the living.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. It's good to be back.
Yeah, finally. It feels like a billion years. Honestly, it really, really does. But you know, it's. Oh, thank you very much. It's a nice shirt. You like the new merch? It's very cool. For some reason, my lighting is now that you're back. For some reason, all my lighting is scuffed again. It was great. It was great before.
It's all my fault. No, it is good merch. I like the logos that you've been coming up with there. The very trendy, I reckon. Like the logos is something you could see. I could wear that.
Bright colors everywhere. Because you got to be a little bit shiny and bright these days. I think it's the metal shirts that I wear all the time. Still, like the black shirts, blacker than the blackest black times infinity shirts that I wear. You know, that's still obviously a thing, but you can't always do that. So, yeah, I think that's fixed you as far as your browser source goes. It all seems to be working correctly now, which is lovely. But yeah, welcome back to Streamaholics. I know it's been. Shit, how long's it been? I didn't count the days at all.
Forever. Like in stream years, it feels like it's been about a decade. Like,
yeah.
I've been setting up all my stuff and even just listening to you talk about it before. You're talking about all these things while you're setting up, and I don't know what you're talking about. I've just gone. I can't remember any of that stuff.
Yep. No, I have been going full on. As you can probably tell by the way that my setup looks now, we've been going quite ham into sort of evolving what we do product-wise. I've actually just bought a second ring light. So we've got the bright coloured ring light there, and then there's a purple ring light there, just to give like a bit of a different shade over my face when we're talking. So we're going all out. It's ridiculous because I'm not partnered on Twitch. You guys can still sometimes get 720p quality graphics, so it looks like shit anyway. But, you know, for the rest of it... I mean,
it's only 720, isn't it?
It depends. So, as a partner streamer, you can guarantee to get 1080p, and I think up to 4K if your area supports it, which, you know, Australia does not. But I think you can get that's where you can get it. And then if you are just an affiliate streamer, I'm pretty sure you're back down to anywhere between maybe 1080, but almost always 720. So that's why when you're looking at like depending on who you're looking at streamer-wise, like some people look really amazing. And you'll always notice that partnered streamer windows look like bussin'. They look really, really cool because the quality of their camera isn't necessarily better. It's just that they're streaming in 4K or they're streaming in 1080, you know, like, so, yeah.
Yeah, and that's, you know, just we're going off on the sidetrack already, which is great. Why the smaller streamers also spend lots and lots of money on really good gear and good cameras and everything to have it come out the other end in 2010.
Yep. We're going back in time every time with Marty McFly, every single one of us. Right, I know Raven Sky. Although you said the left, that's actually that's incorrect. It's the right. It's wrong what you said. But yes, he's back. Look.
Oh, you're actually on. No, you're actually on my right.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Lukey is not a myth. No.
Mirrored.
Yeah, you're mirrored there. Yeah, absolutely. But no, yeah, welcome in there, Raven Sky. And also, Lukey, okay, so we have to know a few things, obviously.
All right.
What have you been doing, for one, which we can answer both questions in a minute. And for two, what have you been playing? Because, primarily Game on Oz, Streamaholics, this is gaming as well. So what have you been doing? Let's just have a bit of a chinwag.
So I took a break just for personal reasons, and also I was getting into we were selling a house basically. So we cleared out our entire house, and which meant that my stream room got packed up and put into a shed. And so that was a few months worth of us trying to sell the house. Sold the house, bought a new house. No stream room in the new house, so I've been waiting for a stream room to get built, which only happened like in the last week or two. And then I've spent, if you've seen in the Discord in the show and tell, I've been small updates on the room in the last week. I've been fully trying to soundproof this room so no one can hear me out of it, and set up I brought a heap of new gear like last year and hadn't even used it yet. Like key lights and a new, uppy downy desk and all that sort of stuff. So setting this all up to get back into content again.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's very, very cool.
I'm back now.
Now you're back. Excellent. That's good to hear. It's honestly genuinely good to see you back. I think all of us have missed you. So, yeah, it's nice to have you here.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
And yeah, obviously we love all the thank you for your service there, Straight Jacket Jim. Thank you so much, Natty as well. And I guess Reflex, maybe, if we have to thank Reflex. But yeah, thank you guys, obviously, for being a part of all we've done. And, obviously, never say never. You can never say never to maybe a return at some point. We'll get you back on. Maybe we could do a 3-person or a 4-person panel,
Definitely. I've really enjoyed watching you with other people.
Sometimes I just like to watch Shippy with other people. I just like to sit there and just wear my Spider-Man outfit and look in through the curtains like this and just watch Shippy with other people.
Not creepy at all.
No, it's normal. The Spider-Man outfit makes it classy. Absolutely. Oh, yes, this is the way, that hat. Absolutely. Man, What did you think of the Book of Boba Fett? Did you get around it?
I think the 2 episodes with the Mandalorian in were great.
Yeah, I thought out of the 6 episodes, the 2 episodes, it got 4 episodes. We got 4 Jake the Muss episodes and a couple of Mandalorian episodes. So, yeah. I liked it. It definitely, they were like, oh shit, he's not as cool or as popular. Let's quickly put him in.
That's what it felt like. Yeah, I think he was really good in the Mandalorian when he first popped up.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is going to be a great show. And then it was just okay, I think. It didn't come across as being as tough as I thought he would be.
It was just in a bathtub every episode.
The teenagers running around on their little flash bikes didn't help. Yeah, his gang.
The little Jetson scooters definitely did not do anyone any favors at all. But no, it was really good. I'm looking forward to Obi-Wan. Speaking of Star Wars and whatnot, I have been playing the hell out of the new Lego Star Wars game, the Skywalker Saga. Yeah, cool. It's so different. When I said that, when I first was like, oh, let's play that, I'm like, okay, so it's just going to be a retexture. It's going to be the same thing. But they've got like behind the shoulder camera and everything. When you ADS, like you go from standing behind to way down to ADS, you do. Like the menus look like Mass Effect as well. They've redone everything. As far as the game goes, it's incredible.
When you had last played it, was that like back in the Nintendo Wii days or something?
Well, yeah, I was just thinking, I was thinking about those like classic kind of Lego Star Wars, the original trilogy, and then they did the prequel trilogy as well, and they were all very formulaic. They released a bunch of like Marvel ones, DC, Harry Potter, like a whole bunch of, and they were all the same. It's collect the red bricks, give yourself the studs, make yourself special. The end. And it was really samey, and eventually you'd have like his character list, and it was as big as like my Stream Deck XL, essentially, maybe double of that. And you're just sitting there like, okay, cool. I guess that's there's so many things, and all I need to do is collect these characters. But this time, it's so different. Like you can be the Mandalorian for one, which is just fantastic. But it's been a great experience. So I recommend it absolutely. Because I'm a big Star Wars geek, as we both are, really. You can be able to get like things like you can get the Razor Crest as like a ship in there, and you can get the Baby Yoda follows you around and all that as well. I'm just hoping at some point we get some KOTOR DLC. I want to see HK-47 rolling around calling everyone meatbag. Like that for me. That would be the way.
Well, there is new movies coming, and like there's always rumors that one of the new trilogies that may be coming might be some Old Republic style one. So if that ever gets introduced into the lore, I guess you will be. They still have the Knights of the Old Republic. They just had expansions and that on that. Straight's all over that. But, is that considered to be canon?
The Old Republic, I think, is canon. Yeah, I think the Old Republic is, but I don't think that Knights is. But I think the Old Republic is. I think. I'm not too sure.
So you could get it then. If it is, you could get that in the Lego Star Wars.
It is very much. It's very much a grey area. I think if they did like a Darth. Like a Darth Revan saga, that would be sick. Like one specifically centered around the character of Revan. Then you could really kind of expand on it, and then you could introduce Bastila. I think unless characters are actually appearing on screen in either the animated or the live action film, they don't really count anymore. Yeah. Even within the world of games, I think that Force Unleashed is a canon story, and I think that. What's it called? What's the other one with the Joker from Batman in it? The new one.
The new one, Fallen Order.
Fallen Order. Yeah. I
always see him as a Gallagher from. Yeah, that's who I see him as.
Yeah. I think those two count as canon, as Shameless. That's it. Yeah. I think those two count as canon, but I don't think anything else really does. But yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Absolutely. I think Squadrons and all that kind of stuff does as well too. But I think it was after that cutoff when they pretty much said, "Here's all the legacy canonical stuff," and they just put it in the fire. I think after that cutoff, everything since then's kind of been considered canon. So remember when they acquired it, when Disney acquired Star Wars in general, I think that's when it kind of went down. Why is this a Star Wars podcast? This is Streamaholics.
Star Wars-holics.
This is Streamaholics, and we were talking about games we've been streaming. Well, me, because you haven't been streaming at all.
I've played a few games, but not haven't been streaming. So I watched Drive to Survive, talking about TV shows and stuff. I binged that about a month ago before the season started up again.
Yep.
And so now I've been just Formula One mad. So I actually bought Formula One 21. I've been playing that.
Oh, wow. Did you have your rig set up yet, like your wheel and all that kind of stuff? Or
no.
Man,
I almost got a full rig for when I was playing Elite Dangerous a year or so ago. So I could have maybe got a wheel for it and transferred it over to Formula One. But
I mean, there are a lot of people who do it too. Like a lot of people who go crazy with those rigs. I mean, you've seen the Scorpion rig, right? The one that's got the 3 screens, but it looks like a droideka from Star Wars. Like it has like the full tail that goes over. I mean, people do that as well. Yeah, absolutely. It would be amazing. You get like Tony Stark cam, like a camera facing in with all the lights and everything coming off the sides. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Opening a weekend. Hey, it's weekend number 2. Thank you very much there, Wee Carrot. Because this is a tradition that most people, well, we didn't really do it before when it was the other people who were streaming along with us on Streamaholics. But it is a Streamaholics tradition to have a beers or a beverage of some sort whenever we're on. And I thought I would bring it back, because why not? And plus, it's the weekend. Cheers to the weekend. Let's have a good time.
Long weekend too.
And a long weekend, absolutely. Yeah, very, very. There you go. You see? Oh, yeah, it's definitely just Coke. Definitely just Coke right there.
Actually, to spoil the party, this is actually just cordial.
Oh, even about that, pretend we should just pretend vodka.
All I could grab. Yeah, sorry, it's vodka and grenadine or something. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Grenadine and vodka, beautiful. Alcoholics. That's what it really is. It's alcoholics. The streaming. The episodes.
Yeah, we're just addicted to streaming here. We're allowed to drink alcohol. We're not allowed to stream, so it doesn't really make sense, does it?
No, not at all. I don't even know why I'm allowed to stream half the time. Half the things I say, I definitely should have been banned a bunch of times. And, a little bit of a segue, because let's do a little bit of a segue right now. Speaking of banned, Twitch, it's happened again. Mr. Disrespect himself, no, not quite right. Aiden Ross has been banned. And now with no actual reason. Again, the same thing that happened with Dr. Disrespect, a year ago now? A little bit longer than a year ago, right? How long ago now? Surely, a little bit.
Probably a year and a half ago.
Probably close to a year and a half ago. Aiden Ross is gone. One of the biggest people on the platform. Like, honestly, massive, massive streamer. I didn't even check the numbers before I started, but Aiden Ross, Twitch followers.
50 million. That's my guess.
50 million, you reckon?
Who's got the most?
Okay, I don't know if it'll actually show because there's the ban. It looks like there's wait. Where are we at there?
We might get banned now just for mentioning his name. Actually.
Average viewership of 44,000 people. Okay, so just without anything else, that's
it's all right.
it's all right. It's all right. In the last 30 days, 78,000 up. What the heck? Oh my, there's so many numbers on my screen right now. There's a lot, okay? There's a lot. But banned. And yeah, they don't know why. We've got a couple of stories on it at the moment, and they're talking about the fact that it all happened because of hate speech, but there's no record of that. No one knows what happened at all. And again, it's just like the Dr. Disrespect thing. It's because Twitch don't have to. Twitch don't have to say anything at all. Twitch just have to be like, no, Soz, you're banned. Bye-bye. And that's the end of the conversation. Yeah. We spoke about this a long time. A long time ago now. We spoke about how there's no accountability when it comes to anything on Twitch. They pretty much just have full control. It's their party, and we have no recourse or anything. If they just decide to close down your channel, they can just close it. And it's really interesting because not only is Aiden Ross like a massive Twitch streamer, but also really quite a large YouTuber as well. And it's just intense to consider that right now, in the middle of all the bullshit that is going on, like in the midst of all the craziness and everything else that's going on with this fight between YouTube and Twitch and Facebook Gaming, is that why you would pick now to ban someone like that? Because all they're going to do is go straight to YouTube or go straight to Facebook Gaming, and that's another person you've lost. I wonder what you think about it.
Well, if it's anything like the doc, he originally claimed that he was missing out on so much money from sponsors when he left because they wouldn't tell him what it was for. And that's the main thing I think about is that if they've labeled it as the category of hate speech, but like who knows what it actually is, it might not be that bad, but they've just decided, nah. Has he been banned before heaps of times or anything like that?
Not as far as I'm aware. Like we have a look at Ban Watch and see.
Banned 10 times. No, it can't be because the other hot tub streamers that get banned every week and they just come back with more viewership. But
I mean, it says indefinitely, and it also says again.
Right, okay.
But it just says hateful conduct. It doesn't say anything else at all. It just says hateful conduct.
Which is crazy. Like, does he get to defend his position at all to them in any sort of way? Like, that's how it should happen. I don't like the fact that they could just ban someone who obviously relies on the platform for a lot of money.
Yep.
And his income, and then they could just ban you and not even talk to you about it.
Yep.
It's just like you've rocked up at work one day and they've changed the locks on you and won't let you in.
Yep.
And they're not going to tell you why you're not allowed in. And that's just it.
Like,
fend for yourself.
On the email they sent, it said reason, hateful slurs or symbols. Using hateful slurs, hate symbols or hate group emblems without context or in a harmful manner. Examples of volitive conduct include, but not limited to, insulting another person with a hateful slur on stream, posting an ASCII representation of a hate symbol in chat, or uploading profile content that contains hateful slurs, hate symbols, or hate group emblems. Now, aside from doing like this as A-OK and not meaning it as A-OK, I don't know how you could fuck that up. Like, I don't know how you could intentionally mess that up. You know what I mean? Like, at all. Look, at all.
Yeah. It kind of needs, I just don't, it needs to be pointed out to him. Like, here's the part where you did it. We'll show you, this is the thing. You can just, that way he can go, actually, you know what, I didn't mean that. You can tell that I meant this because of this reason, and you can defend yourself a little bit. Like, if you're a platform that, I mean, you're a platform that claims to care about people's health and well-being and mental health and all that sort of thing, just pulling the rug out from under someone like that. Yes, he might have done something bad, and that would come out. But you tell the world and tell him what he actually did, and then that's his problem to deal with if he has done the wrong thing. But to just pull the rug out from under people, their whole livelihood, their whole world, out from underneath them without telling them what they did, and then claim to care about people's health and well-being. I understand that they're trying to care about like the viewership and the people that are watching those people, and they don't want them to be put out by hateful stuff, but it's fine. But tell him what he did, and if it's bad enough, then he will deserve the ban, and it's fair enough. But what if he didn't deserve the ban and he's not even getting told, and his world's just gone? Like, what if he doesn't catch on YouTube, or YouTube won't touch him, or sponsors won't touch him now?
And then they're just done. And, for some of these people, they legitimately leave school for it. They don't have a future. Like a lot of these people, they're told, hey, you're famous now. You don't need to do any of this other shit ever again. So they don't. They don't at all. And these are kids a lot of the time as well. Like, you saw everyone has seen the kid with the and the fire in the background and everything. What happens if that kid just gets banned? You're telling me that kid's still going to school? Like, that's the thing is that when it comes to this stuff here, you're literally taking away a livelihood. If they can't do anything about it, they can't appeal it. There's nothing in here at all about it. It's just it. Now, when it comes to the escalation of the situation here, the only thing that people have said so far is that on a different streamer's stream, earlier this month, there was a speculation that Ross used a homophobic slur over a call. Now, that's the F word, which is the bad one that you can't use. But the person denied it was Ross on the call and said it was a friend from high school. So, even if it was Aiden Ross saying that word on a call, that the conversation goes along the lines of, didn't know that you were online streaming at the time, just playing games, said a word that is horrible and that we do not stand by at all, but was not necessarily a banned word, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, so words exist. But does that mean that because of one thing said wrong, this person deserves to have their whole platform taken away from them? I'm not sure. As someone who deals in the mental health sphere a lot, because my chat, we have a lot of conversations about mental health. We have a lot of conversations about, streamer anxiety and stress and life. And we have a bunch of my friends are transitioning over there. And there is so many key, important things to discuss. And if I was just gone one day, there are people who message me and say, I can't sleep without listening to your stream, or you got me through today. I don't know what I would have done. Now, I'm a small-ass streamer. I can barely hit my normal numbers at the moment because Twitch has exploded. Or maybe I've just gotten shitter. I don't quite know. But, even that's an example of the mental health thing right there, because what happens to my psyche if I can't do it, What happens to me if I can't all of a sudden one day can't stream because of something that isn't even real, you know what I mean? Like
you can't defend it.
Yeah, and it's just gone, and there's nothing else I can say. People in the chat right now saying I'd freak the fuck out if you weren't around. And that's the thing is that I would have no recourse to change it. I'd just have to go off platform somewhere else. And we all know how that works because nobody wants to go to fucking Facebook with me at all. Every time I've ever had the conversation about it, they're all like, no, Facebook's for old people, it's your grandpa's guitar. And that's honestly how it is. And I totally understand that because I don't like using it either for anything. But the conversation's changed so much since you were here about Facebook, by the way. We had Reflex talking about it, and it's kind of... it's kind of hit me in a pretty hard spot when it comes to I feel bad. You know what I mean? I feel bad for people like Reflex and people who go over there and then they get promised everything and then it's such a troublesome thing. So,
he's gone over there I did listen to that podcast because he's gone over there as a partner. And I kind of agree with a few of the things you said, having gone there as a partner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and obviously, if your goal is not there to make money from it, or if it's not to grow, and it's just to simply play games and have fun, because Goa Logos here slogan, it's okay to just play. If that's your intention, awesome. But if you're looking to do something else, it's a little bit more than that. So, for me, I'm a little bit hesitant now. But to get back to the point we're talking about here, what happens if you have no choice? Do I go to fucking Trovo. Look, I almost got through saying the whole word without laughing, but I didn't because it's a joke. Like YouTube.
Trovo's still going.
Yeah, it still exists. It still exists. I have the boss of it in my inbox on Twitter. That tells you how big it is.
Side note, were we doing the show? We weren't. Were we doing the show when Brian Live was
when it was supposed to exist? Yeah, we were.
It still exists. I checked out the Twitter and stuff the other day, and it's still got things happening on their website and stuff. And I'm like, is this actually really a real thing?
There are like one or two viewers on the whole platform. Honestly, like there is.
That's right. Yeah, it actually is a platform.
It's legitimately If you go Brian.live, I think it is.
But it's in like beta or. Whatever,
you can still sign up for it. You can still sign up for it, but you can't get in and do anything.
Maybe that's where I'm going when I start back up again.
Maybe. Well, wait, no, sorry. I can buy the URL for $1,000. I don't know if it exists anymore at all. But yeah, Brime was supposed to be this big thing. Okay, so it's just brimelive.com. Okay. Yeah, it was supposed to be this huge thing. I'm looking at it now. A new transparent streaming platform, community-focused, creator-driven. There are officially 18,000 beta testers. Imagine getting in on that, though, at the ground level and have it be fucking baller. You know what I mean? Like, and you're one of 18,000, like...
It's not going to fucking work.
No, it's not. It's not. But imagine if it did. Like,
if anyone didn't learn from Mixer, don't be Twitch Lite. At least Facebook and YouTube are different platforms with different things going on. Don't create Twitch and expect people that like Twitch to go and watch a different version of Twitch that nobody's on. Like, what's the reason for them to go there?
Yeah.
Why would they go? Same with Glimish.
Yep.
They started up, and it's supposed to be this kind of like old Mixer people are trying to start up this new platform, Glimish, and that's doing better than Brime. And Trovo, it's got chance of being like half the size of Mixer. No, sorry. Trovo might be 20% of Mixer's size if it succeeds because it has it's based in mobile gaming a lot.
Yeah.
But even Twitch even Mixer with all of the money they spent to build a platform that was like zero. Like, I liked it. I was on there as a streamer. Great. Awesome features. Shit fireworks going off in the chat. The latency between the chat person typing something and pressing enter, it entered my eyeballs as they pressed enter.
Yep.
That was really, really cool to be able to have those chats with people without any delay.
Mm-hmm,
but what was going to make a viewer go and watch Mixer?
Yeah, no, nothing.
When they're on Twitch. There was nothing. Yeah, there was some cool little bells and whistles, so like a small percentage of people went over there, but what would make viewers go over there? And that's what they found in the end. Viewers weren't going over there.
You need one more thing, don't you? Like, you need like one more additional thing. So you need to have Twitch, like YouTube, for example, has YouTube and then YouTube Live stuff. But it has YouTube, and Facebook has the thing that we share pictures of our cats and pets on and family, and then it also has gaming. There's and maybe Farmville. But there's there's definitely I think you really do have to have both going. Otherwise. If you're just offering just Twitch, we already have just Twitch. Nobody likes just Twitch as it is. Why do we want extra Twitch?
Because streamers, when I went there, streamers were like, "Oh, Twitch is really toxic. These people over here, and we fucking know how this ended up. But these people over here really look after and care about their streamers and all that sort of stuff, and aren't racist."
Yep.
So streamers went across there, and the streamers community was really, really great. People now on Twitch and Facebook and other platforms now still refer to each other as like Mixer refugees, and you used to be on Mixer, and there's still this community about it. But that's for the streamers.
Yeah.
But that's not for viewers. Yeah, it was a nice place for streamers to go and streamer community. But if you're going to do anything with the streaming and content creation, you need viewers that are going to show up en masse and make you money. That's not going to happen because there's no reason for them to go there. Yeah,
it's honestly almost like a support network for streamers. You know what I mean? Like that was almost the way it was. It's like, hi, I'm Shippy, I'm a streamer. Hi, Shippy. You know, like that's how it felt. It didn't feel like its own thing. And that's the problem is that you need your own thing. So things like, your Trovos, your Brimes, all this stuff. Trovo tried to make it interactive in the sense that I think there's games you can play with the bits. I think that you can do certain things with the bits to incentivize people to give them. I think if you give a certain amount of bits, it then unlocks a skin or something for something else. And, that's the next part. You wait for that. You wait for that shit. You wait for unlock NFT once you spend 1,000 bits somewhere. You wait for that because that's the next step, right? Because
Twitch will do that soon. If it's any good, Twitch will just do it soon. Twitch has a few features from Mixer from back in the day. Channel points for one.
Yeah.
Like native channel points.
Yep.
Like we had Sparks back in the day.
So it's like if there is a formula that works, Twitch will just use it as well. So what's the point in even providing that unless you can provide something different? I know what we'd do. Like we said ages ago, let's just do Tinder and add a fucking streaming service there. Let's just do OnlyFans and add a streaming service there. Make it a dating site. Make it a pornography site. Add something because that will work. If you give it something more to it, I mean, man, I am on fire with my transitions today. Add a porn site to it, right? Add a porn site to it. Although if you do that now, Amaranth is going to quit because Amaranth is now, unfortunately, guys, I have to say, this is a bit of a catty kind of chatty kind of a gossip Streamaholics today. I'm very, very unfortunately my heavy heart to mention to you guys that yes, Amaranth is quitting OnlyFans, so there will be no more OnlyFans, and Amaranth is changing up everything that she does and making it more viewer friendly. In an attempt to get into the mainstream, and I assume be in movies. Or something along those lines.
Wait, what?
I mean, that's my assumption because, Amaranth already has $23 million, according to latest kind of looks at how much she's worth. So what's the next logical step? If you clean up your content and you're no longer about OnlyFans and you're no longer about getting your tits out and sucking off a microphone in a pool, surely that means movies.
Well, is she quitting? Is she still on Twitch, or did she fully cross over to OnlyFans at one point?
No, she's going balls deep into Twitch. That is what she said. So she's doubling down on Twitch and closing her OnlyFans.
She's just sitting in a pool again with a microphone with the clothes on this time.
Yeah, clothes on though. That's different. The big difference is clothes on.
Yeah. So she's gone into OnlyFans. She knew that she would pop off over there given the stuff that she was doing on Twitch.
Yeah.
And she's quickly made her I saw in the article it was between $1.5 million a month she was making on OnlyFans. I don't know how long she's been on the platform.
$1.3 a month.
$1.3 million a month. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was the number one creator of 2021 from OnlyFans on Twitch.
And I mean, I respect that. She got in with a plan. She's made all of the money, and now she's jumping back out again. Why not? I've heard her speak before, on some podcasts about business stuff, and she seems to very strategically know what she's doing.
Yeah. And
she's
look,
not just.
We've got to die mad about it. You know what I mean? If you had the facility too, if you had some rockin' tits and you were attractive like that, and you were able to do it, as if you wouldn't. You know what I mean? As if you wouldn't do it to get to that point. I know some people have these morals and stuff, but honestly, when you're deciding who eats between you and your children, it doesn't fucking matter about your morals. Morals go in the bin because, quite frankly, the world is run by money. The world is run by greed. The world is run by bullshit. And, you need to do that. If you want to survive, you need to play the game. And at some point, the game is maybe get your boobs out and maybe make $23 million. Because at the end of the day, when does she ever have to work another day in her life? She could literally just stop and buy a yacht that she lives on and sleeps on, and that goes into a mansion, and the yacht fucks the mansion to get back in like a transformer, and then she just goes out. Legitimately, she could do that with the kind of money she has.
If she's going to make those sort of movies, Just triple that, 10 times that 23 million, because that'll go off at the box office. That one.
Yeah. You got to respect the hustle where the hustle is, but at the same time, it's like some people will have the moral quandary of maybe I won't just get my gash out on the internet. Who knows?
That's all right. They don't. There's that option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then again, who can say they're more successful as a female streamer right now, aside from old mate the VTuber lady? What's her name? Iron Mouse. That's it, I think. The one we talked about the other day on stream, because you never see Iron Mouse, right? But who can say they're more popular? Who can say they've had more success in the amount of time and so strategically? Some people have fallen into it. Obviously, some people have had success because just lucky. Maybe played a game when it was out at the right time. Maybe whatever it is, X, Y, or Z thing that happened that got them to that point, awesome. But Amaranth has legitimately sat there with a plan. And it's like, okay, so from here to here, I'm going to go into a hot tub. From here to here, I'm going to fart into a microphone. And then from here to here, I'm going to suck off the microphone's ears. And then I'll quit Twitch. I'll go to OnlyFans. I'll make millions of dollars. And then I'll come back and I'll continue to make millions of dollars here on Twitch. And it's been like a strategic step every step of the way. There's been something else getting sucked off, and there's been something else getting more money. And the whole time, that something else has been her, the money. How can you be upset about that?
You can't. And it's like, OnlyFans, right? It's what's the difference? You can't see her stuff on OnlyFans unless you subscribe.
Yeah.
It's like going in the door of a strip club. There's people in, I don't know if anyone's heard, but when you walk past a strip club, if you actually go inside and pay the door fee, there's naked people in there.
No, fuck off. No fucking way.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. And people decide to do that for a little bit of money. At least she's found a platform there where she can make some decent coin. And like I said, I've heard her speak before. I wouldn't be surprised if she has a plan. Like, she'll spend that on some businesses, and she'll get into business and invest in other ways, I think. She is a very business-minded.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, it's all a very smart plan, and full credit for being able to do that. I think that if you look at the two stories we kind of spoke about so far, look at the hopelessness versus the hope. Someone like Aiden Ross, who I'm sure will be fine with millions of subscribers on YouTube, and who will have the ban lifted at some point, hopefully. Plus Twitter, all that stuff. Aiden Ross isn't going anywhere, but
yeah,
it's still a bit of a hopelessness thing, because how the fuck do you know? How does Twitch, there's no way of knowing. Whereas you look at someone like Amaranth, who's been banned 11 billion times, and is now $23 million richer and aiming to do what I assume is something in the public eye that isn't, OnlyFans on Twitch. Something a bit more professional. Maybe it's TV. Maybe it's, who knows what it is. It could be full on. It could be full blown pornography, and she just wants to start hiding it up. All of her assets now, because she'll make more money later on. Like, who knows? But my gut feeling is film. Like, my gut feeling is like some kind of like small bit roles in movies, and living off of that money, because that's enough money for anyone. So, but
she can try, can't she?
I mean, really,
try things now.
Why not? With $23 million in the bank, you can do what you want. You can decide how you want to spend your days. It's Entourage. Your life is now Entourage. You're Vincent Chase. Congratulations. Yeah. Like, you can pretty much do what you want. You want to buy a Hummer tomorrow? Go buy a Hummer. Like there's nothing that's stopping you from doing any of that stuff now. So yeah, if you look at those two stories and the dichotomy between them, and the real like stark difference there, because for someone who's been banned so many times and now is just rolling and just fine, laughing, versus someone who's been now banned once and may never get on the platform again, and it all comes down to Twitch's attitude, because Twitch is okay with bringing back your Amaranths, but they're not okay with bringing back your Aiden Ross. And the real question is, why the fuck is that?
Yeah, they both. What's his size compared to her in terms of?
I mean, I could go to, where is it, Social Blade. I'll have a look while you keep talking.
I'm trying to work it out. Like, it's obviously first off, you'd say she makes more money than him, but he obviously also makes a lot of money for them.
Yeah.
And then I keep going back to the thing where his mate said that it was actually a friend from college, not him, on the phone in the background or on the phone on the stream or whatever, and they don't even know that it is him.
Yeah.
Just seems so different, the two things.
All right, so Twitch is nearly 6 million followers. Twitter is nearly 1.5. TikTok is nearly 5.
Who's this one?
This is Aiden Ross.
Right.
And YouTube
probably more than that.
YouTube is 2.5 million. So that's Aiden Ross's numbers in the chat there right now. Now, if I go, I don't know how to spell your name. Is that right? I hope that's right. Yeah, okay, that was right. Yep. Okay, so for Twitch, it's not far off. Amaranth on Twitch is 5.3. Nowhere near it YouTube. He's killing her on YouTube, 794,000 subscribers versus the couple of million. TikTok is 296,000, so he's killing her there as well. She's got more on Twitter by 1 million, and that's it. That's honestly it. Okay. 57 followers on Mixer, though. Don't you worry about that.
He obviously makes Twitch a lot of money too.
Yes.
I would say that on Twitch, she probably makes way more money for Twitch than he does, even though his is probably pushed higher.
Yeah,
because obviously those sweet donations coming in for all of their goals that she's meeting in the hot tub all the time.
Yeah.
So she would, but he does make a lot of money for him too. I don't know. Maybe they are like doing the whole, it's 2022. If someone says that F word, you've got to get rid of them completely forever. But the whole policy that they have and the way that they do those bans is just wrong.
Yeah.
You need to converse with the person.
Yeah. And because there's just that conversation just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen at all. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Okay, so Aiden Ross has 20,000 current active subscribers. So subscribers, and then we go, what the fuck is happening to my screen? Amaranth. Amaranth has.
Anyone want to guess?
Yeah, go on, chat. Have a guess. Oof, I'm surprised, actually.
It's less than what you thought, is it?
Aiden has more. By a lot.
Wow.
14,000 current subscribers.
Well, I mean, that might change soon because people probably cancelled that subscription for their OnlyFans because they can only got a certain amount of spending money in their budget each week.
Yeah. I mean, plus at the same time, I guess you consider the fact that a lot of her stuff's probably dono. A lot of the stuff is like, if you give me X amount of money, I'll suck off this microphone for you for 10 seconds. Whereas I don't think old mate's doing that so much. So, there's no check for biddies or anything like that. But concurrent viewership, his is better. He's got less followers, but everything else pretty much across the board is better. But I would definitely say that donations would be higher. Highest he ever had. Holy shit. I got to do the math on that. Keep postulating here for me for a second while I do some math.
Okay, what have I got to say about this Aiden Ross thing? I don't know. I think I've already said. I think they're just too caught up in the way the world is now in jumping on people for certain things. And if he said the derogatory F word, then I think they're quick to ban completely just because of that one reason. But it's not right. You should tell him and show him where he did it. Show him that. We know it now. There's the phone call, which the friends obviously probably just tried to stick up for him and say, "No, I wasn't even speaking to him. It was my mate from college. That was Dave.
Yeah,
that wasn't Aiden. That was Dave.
That was Dave
pretending to be Aiden.
Good old Dave." But yeah, no. Obviously, you'd try to do that anyway. You would try. Because you don't want your mate to get messed up, But yeah, that's insane. Highest amount of active subscribers that Aiden Ross ever had was 71,000. That equates to nearly $600,000 a month in just subscribers.
Oh yeah.
Without anything else, without a single any other thing. That is just crazy.
Does Is that before Twitch takes their 400,000 off of him? Though?
Yeah, that's before half gets taken out. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if we go like 71,000 times $3.99 and not $7.99 is about 200. It's about 300K. Honestly, it's about.
The thing is though, is that if someone from his position would have the ability to negotiate contracts coming up, like, oh, Twitch, YouTube's after me, I want a contract, blah blah blah, and you can negotiate that. He's got no leverage now. Like, he literally has to crawl his way to another platform and start there with no contract. And maybe YouTube was never going to offer him a contract, but they are throwing money out at big creators every now and then. So you never know. But that's that idea. And then, like I said, the sponsors and stuff that he has, if they don't know that it was or wasn't him, and they've heard of the word that he supposedly used, but he's not getting told by them directly, they might not touch him, and that affects him as well.
Yep. And
I mean, I know we're talking about people that are loaded at this point, but
yeah, absolutely loaded. But still, yeah. Well, Aiden Ross gets anywhere from sort of 100 to 300K on YouTube videos, right? Now, most bigger streamers and bigger YouTube content creators, they have the facility to really, really push when it comes to their sponsor value as well. And that's one thing that we've not taken any consideration as well, is that some of these people, they're making upwards of $50,000 a month to say, and this is thanks to NordVPN. Like some people are making upwards of that easily. I know Keemstar in particular was talking about making $38,000 a month from NordVPN for Drama Alert. And then you add G Fuel into that. G Fuel's another one that I know at a bare minimum is around 5K. Once you make it to the G Fuel partnership level, it's about 5K a month. So that's at a very baser level without anything else. So if you consider that, and then all of the T-shirt, all the clothing stuff, a big TikTok influencer like Aiden Ross would be getting shitloads of T-shirt and clothing endorsements. Wear these shoes on a TikTok video, and we'll give you X amount of thousands of dollars. So they're not starving for money at all by any means. No. But what do you do with the platform if you don't have it anymore? Like, what is he going to do? I know it sounds like poor me for him, but if they just take it away, my issue is that they're not telling him why. That's the issue. No, it's not right.
No matter how much money he earns, it's just when you fundamentally look at it, it's not right to not give him the chance to say, "Hey, no, but that wasn't me," or I don't know. And then you can argue with him whether it's worth an indefinite ban or whether you can get sat down by Twitch basically and say you're out for 30 days. It's a big ban that you've got. It's 30 days or whatever, and learn your lesson.
So.
But then it depends, because you said he got banned before. Like, what was that? Maybe we're looking into it.
Yeah, maybe we don't have the right information. Maybe we have a very skewed brain on it. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a good reason at the end of the day.
Damn it! We've just spent an hour talking about it. And maybe we're wrong.
Look, maybe we are wrong, but that's the same thing. Is you do have to go back to thinking about, all right, but what about the doc? What about Dr. Disrespect? Because that was the same thing, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Dr. Disrespect was just gone. And there was no reason. And all of a sudden, we're like, is he ever going to stream again? It just still doesn't seem right that Twitch can just decide when they give you the global ban hammer. Decide when, no more for you. No soup for you, come back, never. To me, that's a little bit scary as a person who literally their whole job and livelihood and survival for my children is based on how we do here on this platform. It's scary. It really, really is. But then again, if I got to that money, I got to that point where I was making that money for, give me a year of making that money, I'll probably just fuck off anyway.
You're probably on the phone talking to your mate and dropping slurs about something.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. No, but in all earnest, I would hate to be away from my people. I love my people. In honesty, it would be difficult to not be on streams. And so that's the other side too. We go back to mental health as well. And it's like, well, this could be affecting them in ways we don't understand because I know that if I miss a day of streaming, I am the angriest motherfucker in the world. I'm like sitting here and I'm tapping. Like, I'm just fucking getting madder and madder the more we go through because I'm not streaming, I'm not streaming and I'm sitting there and I'm grumbly, I'm playing Minecraft or whatever, and I'm just getting madder and madder because I could be on the stream. Someone said a funny thing, haha, I could have been there doing that, but I'm not because I decided to be a weak bitch and have the day off, Like, and that is how it feels sometimes.
Content. That'll be quality content.
Oh yeah, it's a shame it's not recording. We started playing WWE 2K22 because we were gifted it from a friend.
I was lurking a couple of nights ago for about 10 minutes.
So good. So much fun.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so much fun. And because I was talking about wrestling and I'm getting angry and I'm not the best at it, which is actually perfect because I'm copying I'm losing. And I'm like, no, we can't do that. Like full on getting into like this rage about like the referee because there was a scripted bit where I had beat the guy up and I'm assuming I'm winning and then someone slides in, hits me in the head with a baseball bat and I'm like, fuck off. I'm getting into it like it's an actual wrestling show. But I've not played a single wrestling game since I became a wrestler because it's kind of what in the industry we would call markish because it's like wrestling has this old terminology called marks. And it relates to the Carney days when, you'd get a mark, going to sell the marks some merchandise, going to get the marks and sell them a shirt because they're marks and, we're targeting them. And it's a wrestling term that's been around since the dawn of time. But it does make you feel like a wrestling fan instead of a wrestler when you do things like that. And while it's good to be a wrestling fan, if you are a wrestler, you still don't want to kind of be – wrestling's supposed to be larger than life, Like, that's why if I ever argued with someone in the ring, I'm either banking on the fact that I'm 6'2.5" and they're not, or I'm standing in the ring talking down to them because you never want to be at their eye level. You never want to be – the same as someone on the other side of on the barricade. You know what I mean? Because then the mystique is gone, the magic is gone. You're not the same guy. It ruins it a little bit. So, for me, I've always tried to avoid them. Plus, I just didn't find them fun anymore. If I was really doing it every month, like, why am I going to play a game for it? To get that same kind of feeling. But this is replacing that a little bit for me because I'm getting that energy. I'm feeling the crowd. We hit a big move and there's like holy shit moments and this is awesome moments. And it reminds me of when I could do it. So
for you though, as a Twitch streamer or a content creator, I think it's really good because you are an ex-wrestler. So people have probably a lot of people have already gravitated towards you because of that as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool, an ex-wrestler. And they've become a part of your community, and now that gives them a better chance it's conversation starter.
Yeah,
like they're talking to you about wrestling as well, and knowing that you're actually a wrestler. That I think that's really cool.
We never got a chance to do it before because for some reason in my head I was like, no, this is just dumb. Like this is not how we shouldn't do this. And I just didn't do it at all for the longest time.
The games were shit though. Like I've heard this one's pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, they were shit house. This is actually super good. I can't wait to play it later. I'm just going to play it on Discord at some point.
Yeah, right.
Like that's how it is at the moment. So, but yeah, it kind of lets me I made my guy. He looks just like me when I was wrestling. He's even got the same gear and all that kind of shit and the same hair and we even put my face into the game and the whole deal. And it's kind of like this whole VTuber situation, and that. Again, how good are my transitions today? Holy shit. XQC, under fire for using the fucking tag, using the VTuber tag on streams. Like,
we're moving on to the big guns now, look out.
And everyone's so mad.
Yes, using the wrong tags. I don't know, do you think this is a big deal?
So here's my deal. So, one, I agree with what he says about, stop the hypocrisy. People are misusing sections and tags on Twitch since the beginning of time. Reality is no one should give a fuck. If you're mad, you're the only person who cares and is mad. Now, that's not necessarily true because I know that the tags that I use, they very much so relate to the content I provide. So, for a long time, we took off the LGBTQIA plus tags because we were getting just completely molested by bots constantly. They would just come in every day and they would just hit us with this like racist or bigoted or ableist like slur constantly, like the whole time. And it was like we would get 20 to 30 in a row on a stream. And it was just like ruining it. So we removed the tags for ages. We've re-added them now because fuck them, and I want to fight everyone. I'm at a point now where I don't care anymore as far as that goes, because my community, they deserve to have representation. So we happily represent the community now by adding tags like that to the stream. And if anyone has a problem with it, fuck them. And I've got enough mods who are in control of everything that will just throw the ban hammer like Mjolnir. Like there's no time at all for that anymore. So we used to really kind of try to win people over and try to, you know, convert them away from that kind of stuff. But now, honestly, best case scenario is just ban and move on. Just ban them. Don't even think about them again. Maybe make a few jokes at their expense because they're still watching for a few minutes at least. They're still watching.
Yeah.
So make sure you call them a bunch of names on the way out. Maybe they'll send some more bots. Maybe then you can have more followers, and maybe then you can ban more people. You know, at the end of the day, it's not worth the effort that we're currently going through for it. So we've re-added everything back again. As it relates to this situation, I think that maybe XQC is on the wrong side a little bit, because VTubers, and the way that VTubers exist is VTubers exist in a very, it's a hard word to describe. Timid's not the right word, but because VTubers are very insular a lot of the time, not all the time at all, but a lot of the time, VTubers, there's a reason they don't want their faces on camera, right? And a lot of the time it's because of a self-confidence issue or because of something physically that they don't want to show. But I think most of the time we would probably all agree that it has to do with some form of confidence. You know, whether it's self-confidence in yourself or your current setup is shithouse, or you just don't want to be on stream today because, like me, you feel like a fat piece of shit all the time. Like there's a reason as to why you're not showing your face, right? And there's a reason why, or maybe you think it's a cool gimmick. That's got to be the minority, I think. Like the minority
more.
Yeah, me too.
As it's becoming more popular, but I think it initially was for people, like you say, that were a bit timid and didn't want to show their face.
They still wanted to have the same experience of being a streamer and provide the same kind of visual experience back and forth, but without having to physically show their faces. And I think that's great, amazing, absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and the reason why I knew that that's true, though, as an offside, is that when I ever tuned into a lot of VTubers, when I saw, oh, that's interesting, I'll check this out, none of them were in a character at all. They were all talking very plain and normally, and sometimes even uncomfortably even behind the VTuber, behind the character. It's not like they were, like if you've seen Castlehead, like he's a full character. And he's a full character, has all these different scenes all over the place where he's this Castlehead superhero character all the time behind... He's a villain, actually. But he's a character. He's doing it probably, I don't know how it started, but he's doing it for entertainment purposes. But yeah, a lot of VTubers I noticed seem to be doing it because you could tell that they weren't very confident.
And look,
being themselves.
There's nothing wrong with that either. You know, full amazing credit to everyone who's got the balls to get out there, and whether it be on a stream with your own face or whether it be on a stream with a VTuber, you shouldn't feel slighted by that at all, because you're doing a great job. Continue to do that great job. Go you good thing. However, it's like to take that situation where somebody is, or you already have people in that mindset, right? They're already in that zone, and then to have literally one of the biggest on the platform just dog it. Just be like, yeah, I'm a VTuber. You can't prove that I'm not. I'm going to use the tag. Fuck you. Because that's literally what he says. Like, that's literally what the whole thing is.
He literally said something along those lines. It's just like, okay.
It's like, you cannot prove that I'm not one. Stop gatekeeping, is what he said.
I was kind of like, oh, this is interesting. Like, I think people probably on YouTube and that just put a bunch of tags in there that think they're going to get their video noticed, maybe. Even if they don't really apply, and it's kind of a thing. So I was kind of along those lines to begin with, and then when you read the article a bit further and see his comment on it, it's just like, oh man, he's an asshole about that.
No, he's just an asshole.
It seems like he's just an asshole. I know little of him apart from what pops up in the news, and you never know whether that's just bad parts, and he's actually all right, but I don't watch his content. So
no, I don't watch his content at all. I used to watch it here and there because he's really good at times with the games he plays, but I don't really watch YouTube. Oh, sorry, I don't watch Twitch for that at all anymore, really. I watch it for people like this, people who are creators who care about the communities and people who push their communities first, That's what I really get around on this platform for now. So, for me, I don't know. I think it's a dickhead move, and I think that if anyone in the entire of the Twitch landscape doesn't need it, it's probably XQC. Like XQC could probably get away with having his own XQC tag, and
he could probably get away with not having tags. Just go live and don't tag anything, and I'm sure he's still gonna have the same viewership.
Absolutely, not even put anything in his description, and he would still have the same amount of people in there every day. Like he wouldn't even need a camera, I don't think. Yeah. And that's the thing is that for someone who literally probably doesn't even need a camera to actually be on the platform anymore, and will still have the same amount of subscribers and will still have more followers every day, to then go ahead and say, no, I'm a VTuber and fuck you if you don't think I am. Like, it's not great. So,
it's like Twitch has almost zero discoverability as it is.
Yeah.
And then he's going to go and take over one of the hashtags, which when people use those hashtags in small streamers, they're just hoping that I'm going to pop up in somebody's suggested thing at the bottom of the homepage. If they ever go that far, I might pop up there amongst the other 9 million people. Maybe in the 50,000 that do the category that I'm in. And he's like, no, I'm going to be at the front of that.
Yeah. No, there's no reason for it at all, other than just to be a dick. Like there's no reason. It's just what.
I'm still a strip club. Oh no, it's changing now. Sorry, I'm watching the stream.
I've just been doing this sneakily over the course of the last, every time it cuts back to you for a moment while you're doing the talk.
I've been catching some of them.
I was actually about to say, as the last kind of quickfire segue, is actually, this is a good one here, actually, NINJOI, right? That's the current last bit here. The current last bit here is Ninja's rebrand. Looks like this now. I don't understand. I don't understand why. It's a really shit typeface. That's all it is. It's the word ninja exactly as you imagine it, but it just has like the A is like a circle and then a line next to it, and everyone's like, "Oh no, it's Ninjoi now." Like, who cares, man? This is the least news we've ever talked about on here, and we're only going to talk about this much because it's garbage. Like, it really is just clickbait bullshit that anyone even cares about this at all.
Sticks, one of our community members, posted the meme on Twitter about how his new logo, the hair logo, almost exactly replicates the Opera House, the Sydney Opera House.
Oh yeah, Sydney, fucking let's go. That's amazing. Yeah. Representation. We just need representation, and that's the deal. But no, it's a complete wank, complete tripe. I wanted to bring it up last because I know we're not going to really talk about it at all, other than to say this has been the most gossip-filled Streamaholics we've ever done. It really is, quite simply put, because there's no fucking news right now.
It's the dirt sheets this week.
This is 100% the dirt sheets this week. There is no news. We wanted to catch up with Lukey and say like a big welcome back, because it's been a while. It's been a long while. And from here, obviously you get the rest of your setup remade. You'll have your green screen, all that kind of stuff all set up, hopefully at some point soon. All the stuff that looks really cool in the background will hopefully be making its return. And then we can kind of, move into a bit more of a permanent update. Because I kind of feel like maybe this would be close to the end of like a season 1 Streamaholics, right? So we've probably come close. Maybe we'll have like a end of season episode in the next couple of weeks. While we were getting set up. So then we can have maybe a week's break. I'll have the office finished. All my shit will be in place correctly. We're actually hoping to finish that this weekend. We've got all the cornices painted. That wall behind me is painted. Obviously that one's not, but most of it's done. And for yourself as well, most of your stuff will be done by then too. So maybe that could be something we can have a talk about off stream and then kind of decide how we're going to go about it. But I think that'd be really, really cool. I think maybe we may be at the end of our absolutely zero amount of content that we had in the first place, though. So, hey, it's my turn to do it now because I took over because you were gone. So,
that's right. You're the man.
Lukey Bangers, for those people who don't know who you are, right? Let's give you a quick reminder. Tell them about yourself real quick, and then tell them where they can find you.
Hi guys, my name's Lukey, and I am the current stream team lead at Goa. So that's what my current title is. And I don't stream really. I might be getting back into it. But you can find me but the best place to find me actually is just in the Goa Discord, really. But you can also find me on all of the platforms at Lukey Bangers, the same way it's written underneath my name, or was before.
It's still there. There it is. It's right there on the ground.
So when I'm streaming, I probably will stream to multiple platforms as a heads up. But I think as long as my PC can handle it, because last time I tried restreaming, it was shit in a tin trying to push shit out to 2 different places. But
it's so expensive too.
You have to pay for it to go to Facebook.
Yeah,
if you can do it to Twitch and YouTube and stuff. I haven't tried YouTube, so I'm thinking about maybe adding that to it, but it all depends on whether my PC can handle it.
I think YouTube would be fantastic. No, I think maybe we'll see it on Trovo or Brime Live.
Yeah, I might become like the 10th streamer on Brime.
Oh shit, you'll have 4 viewers. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Get into the ground level.
Man, you'll be the meta for Brime Live. Absolutely incredible. For me, I guess.
Where can we find you, mate?
Yeah, it's me. It's me, the Warship.
Fingers crossed for some good news because I haven't heard for months.
No good news. No good news at all. Still bad news. We are still _Warship on Twitter because fuck them, because they're dickheads. Everywhere else, we are the Warship, obviously on Trovo, on Brime Live. Everywhere else you can find streams, I am there, obviously. But no, in sincerity, I am on Twitch, I am on YouTube, and I try to do stuff on TikTok and Hover. I got to like top 500 and gave up because it's a garbage bag. I tried my best, but it just didn't work out that way. So
I did my best.
Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, at the end of the day, Twitch is where my family is. This is where the homies are. Get around the Discords if you haven't already. Get around the Goa Discord as well. Goa members get a whole bunch of cool shit. It's a fun time. But yeah, I guess it kind of wraps things up, right? Kind of does. So
yeah, I think we're done.
I guess for you, Lukey Bangers, and
that was just like riding a bike with no wheels.
Yeah, right. The training wheels came straight off right away the very first time. Please stick around for the raid, everyone, because I can't do it, and I'll have to get Lukey Bangers to do it. But for Lukey Bangers and for me, the Warship, he's a streamaholic. I'm a streamaholic. And now you're all streamaholics too. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Hey legend, thanks for watching the show. If you want to make sure that you're up to date with all of the Game on Oz content here on YouTube, make sure you click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.